morning, good morning, good morning. How's everybody doing today? I'm Minister William Edward Turner, and I'm an author, speaker, and the creator of In 60 Days, Published Author Academy Bootcamp. Well, this morning I'm coming to you to talk about something that is near and dear to my heart, and that is you. You are near and dear to my heart because if you're an author, I am your friend and buddy because I look at you and learn stuff as well as I like to share the things that I know that may help you grow your business. And as I said, being an author is a business. Today, what I want to talk about is what's the best time to release your book to get maximum impact, and what are the four best times of the year to release that book. One of the things that happens though oftentimes is that we are so excited, and I've been there too, so excited. I have a book, I have a new book, I'm gonna release it right now. And we release that book, and it's great that our friends buy it and loved ones buy it, but uh, then we kind of go into a aftershock when it's not flying off the shelves, it's not moving fast enough. We don't realize the companies that we're with, and maybe we're getting that. Uh, well, you sold so many books, but your commissions are coming in 6 months later, and you're wondering like, what? Why did that happen? And there's so many things involved in doing your release, your book signings, and book signings just really make you feel good because people are coming and saying hello, asking you about your book. But that is just the beginning. Just the beginning. Just the beginning. And I do want to express that because a lot of times people get discouraged and they write, if they have that writer's heart, they may write more than one book. Good morning, Kenneth. How you doing today? Great seeing you today. And I'm asking people that are watching now live to put a one in the comment box as well as uh, uh, write a comment. Say you like it so that I can get back with you later because I just love to hear from everyone. And I thank you for being up here with me at 7:30 in the morning. Let me sit up. So I'm going to begin, and I'm going to talk about a few things. Let me look right here. Talk about a few things that, whether you're a writer, there's some things that you have to look at. Now, one of the things that I've dealt with is the situation of you have written a book, you got 200 copies, and you still have 150 in the closet or in your room or somewhere that have not sold or that you have not promoted anymore or not marketed. That you thought that getting rid of 200 copies would be easy. Not a, sometimes that's the case, but oftentimes it is not the case. So there's work involved in your business. One of the things I've said before that a lot of times that when you're somewhere on a speaking occasion, you will sell more books then than usually throughout a particular month because people get to know you. They get to know who you are, see who you are. So knowing you uh, really helps move forward your book. So there's something you said that sparked them during that presentation, during your speaking engagement, that encouraged them to say, hey, I want to copy that book so I want to read the details, read the whole thing. Good morning, and thank you for being here with me this morning. And I ask you to put a one in the comments for me and also like this video and share it, share it, share it, share it. So, as I said, I'm talking about today dealing with when's the best time to release your book and the four best seasons for that you can get maximum impact. So, as I was talking about, releasing your book, and it's an exciting thing. Having the book signing is an exciting thing, and but the show goes on because now you have started a business that you didn't know you was going to start. That you're just going to be an author, and that would be enough. So, and life would take care of itself after that. But there's the business of being an author. One of the things that I do want to speak about is that um, oftentimes, if you're not a best-selling author, or you're not coming out, even got a big book like right now, there's a lot of political books out, dealing with in the White House and Trump and their experiences in the White House and things like that. And it's a hot season for those. And even if you notice, those books are coming out with a connection to the time and season of the year that it is. They're coming out with that connection to it's election time coming up. And there are things going on in the office of the president so that they've connected their release times with that particular event. So as you deal with that, what you want to do is look at the fact that my release time, how does it fit in for me to get the best impact? And that impact, I'm talking about sales impact. I can make the best dollars. So what you want to do is we'll start here with some information you need to know. First of all, about 25 to 35% of all book sales are done during the holiday season between November and December, Christmas, and actually Christmas and January 1st during that season. One of the biggest sale days for the year for a lot of clients that I have, because most of their books are on the internet, and they usually rely on that sales because it involves fulfillment. You don't have to pack the book up, you don't have to ship it out, because my clients are all on Amazon. So when they get on Amazon, they got the worldwide link. There's the distribution that goes along with that. But the biggest selling day is Cyber Monday. This year it's November the 26th. Hey, good morning, Miss Davis. How are you today? It's November the 26th, and that is the biggest cyber selling day of the year. But Monica, I'd like for you to put a 1 in the comments because you're watching live, and I'd like for you to leave a comment and like this post and share. Please share. So I'm talking today about when is the best time to release your book for maximum impact in 4 seasons of the year. That is a good time to release a book. I'll repeat what I just said. I talked about the fact that 25 to 35% of all book sales is during the Christmas, Thanksgiving, New Year holiday season. So this time of the year is coming up. And then one of the biggest online sales for people who have like books on Amazon and things like that, which is most of my clients, is the Cyber Monday, which is November 26th this year. But involved with those things is the fact that just because you have a book on there doesn't mean it's going to sell. You have to do something to expose yourself, your book, to other people. You have to make people know you're there. One of the things I remember some time ago, it said that you had to have 3 impressions. Get your book in front of somebody 3 times. Well, that was years ago. And now it's more like 8 to 10 times. People have got to see and hear about you on a program or a show. You talk about it on somebody else's Facebook Live. And which I'm allowing to do. I have a special series. If you're an author, I'd like to have you on and let you talk about your book, and that'll be coming up, and it'll be in the evening so we can get more impact on people. But anyway, when we're doing that, you have to promote your book, and that's one of the key things. So, one of the things that I talk about, I have some friends who are romance writers, and romance writers, the best time for them is during the July, August season, because that's when people want to relax at the beach and read about the romances and fantastic adventures and just kind of get away from life. But the thing about it is that even if that's the season, you have to start your work of promoting the book before the season arrives. You have to advertise. You have to be creative. And when I say advertise, it's not necessary paid advertisement, but it's advertisement that you put together to present your book. And that's one of the things that we do here at the boot camp is teach you about that. But at the same time, we have special courses that just do that. But nevertheless, that advertising is an important piece in getting your book sold. And if you don't do that, what happens is you end up with either no book sales, and hopefully you didn't buy 200 books in advance, or buy what is it? In some of them, what is it? One of the publishers or printers that I use wants you to buy 50 books, and then they'll give you your money back. But believe me, when you buy 50 books, they made money much more than what you spent. So getting your money back is not really the thing if you don't have an avenue to distribute 50 books, because you could sell 10 and still have 40 left. But it costs you whatever the printing cost is. Say it's $10 a book. And so $10 times 50, that's $500. And now you have $500 sitting in your closet, and say you sold 10, and maybe your book sells for 20. So you made $100 or $200, but you spent $500, and they gave you your money back, which might have been $60. So with that and shipping costs and all that kind of stuff, that's one of the reasons why most of my clients are using Amazon, so that they don't have to do that. It's print on demand, even though the other client is print on demand, but they have those little hooks in where they want you to spend additional money. So looking at that, as I was saying, that you have the responsibility for promoting your book. One of the things that I find is that if you're doing, as I said about Cyber Monday, the best times to sell your book, as I was getting into romantic books, are like in June, July, and August. Mainly your promotion is in June, and then you're moving in that direction. And as you move in that direction, what you want to do is begin promoting that book so that it's in the mind of people, is that just like television shows, they're advertising further and further out before the show comes on, so that it gets into your mind that I want to watch this show. The same things happens, morning Jeremiah, the same things happens when you're marketing your book. You need to be far enough out. Right now, if you had a hard copy book, you would be wanting to get that into the stores. But if you have your book online, and the thing about that, if you have it online, sell from online, because if you're trying to put it in the stores, like you see some of the stores, they got 20, 30 books in. How many stores can you do 20, 30 books in? That's a lot of upfront costs that you may not reap. And you might also understand that if a store buys your book, oftentimes they're getting it at a 55% discount. and then they don't sell it, they usually have the right to ship it back to you, and then you got to pay that shipping cost plus the printing cost, and then $2 per book to have each one sent to you. So uh, you don't want to do that, and usually what happens, you end up destroying it, and but you still owe because they didn't sell all your books. And it's an amazing little hooks and tricks that we talk about in our boot camp, and I talk about with my clients because I don't want them losing money. I've been through all those traps and things like that. Uh, Lost my other shirts, but I still have one left. So we dealt with that. But looking at holiday, you have November coming up, and November you have just the end of the year, October holidays. You got Thanksgiving coming up. You got recipe books. You got the other things. Do you have a lawyer? Jeremiah, explain to me. I'd like to answer your question, but good morning, Jackie. But do you have a lawyer? In what respect do you mean that? Are you a lawyer, Jeremiah? Uh, and if that's the question, then inbox me and tell me about your services if you are a lawyer. But nevertheless, if you have another question, just put it down there in comments, and hopefully I can answer it right now. So the thing about it is that when you're looking at writing your books, promoting your books, you need to do that. And with Thanksgiving, you got your recipe books, you got your children's book, you got history of Thanksgiving, and as well as oftentimes your spiritual books. These are the most popular to sell during that time of the year. When you're looking at that time of the year, also you want to look at things like what is going on in your area. Also November, 9/11. If you got a book about 9/11 or those kind of things about firemen and things like that, those books really sell. Okay, you're not a lawyer, Jeremiah. That's all right. And there's a need for a lawyer in some cases. In a lot of cases, there's not a need for a lawyer because many of the things related to copyright, as well as ISBN numbers and your intellectual rights, are pretty much in packages where you already have a method of doing it with the Library of Congress. And ISBN number is actually an international tracking number for each book that you have. So those things are already built in, so you're not really worrying about needing a lawyer to write a book. So that's my standpoint. And other people may have other standpoints, but look behind the reasons for why they have those standpoints, because you got to look deeper than the surface. But nevertheless, as I was talking about different times of selling your books, and like I said, November was one of the times that comes into being where you've got a lot of different types of books going. Christmas, almost anything sells. Anything sells during Christmas almost, because people want to get somebody a gift. They want to do something for somebody. And if you're out there appealing to people, what is the story that it's going to tell? Well, how is it going to benefit me to buy your book? That's what your advertisement's going to say. Now, are my shirts going to be whiter and cleaner? Is my smile going to be brighter? Am I going to be motivated through what's going on? Will I learn how to do something special? If it's a cookbook, will you teach me how to cook without messing up and do it in 10 minutes? You know, those different types of things. So there's all that happens within marketing your book. But in any situation, it is always the author's responsibility to market their book. When we get around after Christmas, that is another prime time of selling your books. So if you're selling your books after Christmas, you have the exercise books, all those different kind of books that people say, I'm going to lose weight, I'm going to take a diet, I'm going to learn how to do this, I'm going to learn how to do that. I'm going to read a book a year, a book a month about this. You know, those types of things. And you need to situate your book, situate your marketing so it appeals to those things so that people are aware of that thing. Don't wait till the last minute, like, I'm going to start marketing my book on uh, January, not January, well, January the 1st or December the 25th. It's too close. You need that recognition. You need to get it in front of people at least 10 times, probably even before they will notice it. Uh, that happens. It even happens with commercials and on TV. That it's quite a few times. You've probably seen some commercials and say, "Oh, that's funny," but what was it about? Uh, can't wait to get your book. Okay, well, thank you, Jeremiah. Uh, you can find my books on Amazon.com. Just go to www.amazon.com/author/WET, and you'll find all my books there. And they have a wide range of topics. So, but dealing with putting your book out, coming to that back point where you have to promote your book. So, the 4 seasons that I'm talking about is we'll start at January after New Year's, you know, all those promises. Then you have uh, November, we're talking about for Cyber Monday if you're marketing books online like most of my clients do through Amazon. Then we're talking about Thanksgiving, recipe books, holidays books, things about Thanksgiving history. 9/11 happens in November. The other is that 9/11 happens in September. We got that one backwards. So books around 9/11 history. So that's September. So you got June, September, January, and Christmas, December. So actually 5 times that I want to point out to you. But December is kind of like anything sells, but you got to market it. You got to identify your audience. You got to find who you want to be selling to. You got to get in front of them. And oftentimes we sit back and think, I wrote a book. It's a good book. It's a great book. And why is it not selling? Well, why are you not talking about it? You know, why aren't you telling people about it? And, well, I'm going to close this out because my time is running out, or it looks like yeah, it's running out, just about gone. And, but the thing is that I do have 2 important things that I want to mention. So if you are interested in doing the boot camp for the fall season, and that will get your book published by the end of October, you need to sign up now or contact me, leave a comment in below, and let me know you're interested in the boot camp, and I will send you out some information, give you a call, and get back with you, and we can talk about that. I have 2 slots left for the fall boot camp. So, but the other thing, if you're already an author, I'm doing a published author interview series, and I have several authors that will be on, and if you're one who would like to be on, and this is going to be more of an evening program where you come on and Facebook Live and promote your book. I'm going to talk to you beforehand so that we promote it with excellence, so that you can get that information out. So just put that in there and say below in the comments, hey, I'm raising my hand. I want to be part of the published author interviews. So do that. The other thing is that, yeah, I said that already. The other thing is that you are important. And I want to say that because you are the soul of what happens in the world. Everything that an author produces changes the hearts and minds of people. when you give people that new perspective, when you give people that new understanding of how you see things from your visual, you allow people to enter in to a new area of life, or an area of life that they may not have thought about the details. You know, one of the things that I have is some people that are dealing with finances, and oftentimes we are looking at, we want to change the world, we want to change lives, but we do the reactive and not the things that happen in the beginning. So, as we said, that I want you guys to work together. If you have a question, call me about it. Contact me, even if you're not one of my clients. Just call me and we can talk, because we're part of the Fellowship of Authors. So, my name is Minister William Edward Turner. You can reach me at 336-706-0090, or you can email me at wmedward@outlook.com, and that's wmedward@outlook.com. Or you can visit me on my Facebook page, and that is @author speaker WET, all one word, @author speaker WET. Hey, you have a wonderful and blessed day. Thank you for joining me this early morning, and I will see you Tuesday. As well as Tuesday, I'm going to announce some of the authors that have signed up and want to be part of the interviews. So I'll let you know some of the authors that's going to be part of that. I got quite a few now, and we are just screening everybody out, make sure they want to be involved. Good morning, Brent. How you doing today? And this will also allow you to take advantage of that, because there's a lot of viewers. I've had over 3,000 viewers that watch this program on and off, and you need to get your information, your book out. Good morning, Michelle. How you doing? Good to see you. I'm asking everybody, if you're watching live, to put a 1 in the comments box. If you're watching the replay, put a 2, and like this video and share it. So you have a wonderful and blessed day, and I'm gone. On with the day, and talk to you later. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.